Are you sick and tired like me of these stupid hoses that won't reel back up or unwind and get kinked up all the time? OMG. Hey guys, it's Kelly in California, and we can go months and months here in California without a drop of rain. And so it's really important that we have a good watering system in place. And I don't know about you, I've struggled in the past with this issue. I've tried watering by hand, but when my garden got to grow so big, that just wasn't feasible anymore. Installed drip, but the drip keeps getting plugged up with sediment, and I can't have that. If I want to have a garden with blooms and things that are growing, I've got to get water to it, and I've got to get water to it efficiently. So what did I do? I got a Hoselink, and I've been using it now for over a month, and I just want to inform you on how it's going, how I like it, and how it works, and those kind of things. So let's go. This baby is the new Hoselink, and it is 82 feet, which is great. My garden to the cactus patch from the house is about 100 feet. So it works great. It's perfect. I'm able to reach all of those areas with this. It does come in 50 feet if you don't have that big of a garden. So yeah, this is it. And what I do like about it, first of all, is that it swivels. So if you're headed that direction, perfect. It will come right out. Any direction it will swivel. And it comes with the mounting brackets that you can either brace it to the wall, or like me, I had Rigo come in and install this post in cement. A little more distance here. Not a lot, but hey, every inch counts, right? And yeah, it's great. It works great so far. So what the deal with this is that it doesn't kink. And I don't know any gardener who hasn't dealt with hoses and kinks and getting caught up in stuff, and it's just not a lot of fun, and it just takes forever to unkink things and to get the job done. And so I went ahead and got the Hoselink. It comes with everything you see here except the post that I mounted in the cement. But it comes with the brackets. It comes with the leader hose that goes into your faucet. And all you need to do to use it is you just take it and you extend it out and walk it out. And whenever you stop, it locks just like that. And so I can spray right here, and then I can go on and spray more just by simply walking it out. And so if you want to keep going further from this distance, you just take and you walk it along. Still going. Now it comes with that nozzle, and the nozzle has 8 different settings on it: shower, cone, flat, mist, vertical, center, full, and jet. So I think I got them all. I'm just going to show you the different flows that the nozzle has when you turn it on. Now to turn it on, it's really simple. It's just this thumb action here, and there we go. Now it's set to shower right now. So that's what the setting is on for the hose right now. And then if I want to change it to cone, I just move the circle around. See, that's the jet stream. That's for killing bugs, knocking bugs off plants and other things. But this works great, I find, to get way out there to the Jerusalem sage, the yellow flower plant, and to water out there. And the one next to it, I don't know if you can see, there's one back there hiding behind the pine tree. I can get the pine tree. I don't need to water my cactus, so I don't have to worry about that. And my agaves don't really need much water. But as you can see, I can go all around the circumference here. You can adjust the volume of the water and let it trickle. If I set it by the tree, I could do that if I wanted to do that. And this is the full blast. As you can see, I love it. Let's try the mist. This is the mist spray, and this is the shower. This is the flat, and this is the shower setting. Love it. Now, if I wanted to blast, I could put it on jet like this. If I had bugs on this salvia, it would blast everything away. And then when you're all finished, or you want to move on to a different area, just the thumb action again, turn it off. Just going to give it a gentle tug and walk it back in. And then if you want to stop on the way, you just give it a little back action there and it will stop and lock again. So let's walk it all the way back in. My thumb keeps hitting it. And there you go. And then you just want to remember to turn off your faucet so it doesn't, keep going to your water source. And yeah, I absolutely love it. I recommend it. So yeah, love the Hoselink. Wish I'd known way, way earlier that it really was all that. It was so worth the money. And what a blessing it's been to me. What a blessing it's going to be to the garden. And I really enjoy watering. I always enjoyed watering, but it got to be such a big task when the drip was not working, having to water. You can only imagine. And so having this is fantastic. And I'm back to loving watering again. Watering is a great thing when you go out and do that because you get a look at all of the plants and you're touching all of the plants and seeing if any need care. So watering is essential and it's good to hand water for this reason. So Hoselink, yep, I give you 2 thumbs up. I can't do the other thumb. It's on the camera. This is the area closest to the house. This is where I first started gardening. This was the first section I did along here. And it needs work. My garden's not perfect. But you can see that it's really developed over time. So yeah. Our salvias, hummingbirds, I always say this because it's true. I have hummingbirds in and out of the garden all the time. They love the salvias. So these are my 2 oldest salvias, this one and the one right here. I have different types of plants in here. I have some cacti and I have some salvia, aeoniums, little geranium poking out there. Yeah, so, and then my purple fountain grass all along here. I've got 3 here. Nasturtiums here, I'll show you, growing along here too. And then the next section that I did was this middle section here. And I was a broke gardener. I'm still a broke gardener. But I used what I had. So I had piles and piles of wood, cut wood. So I just decided to use those to make some kind of structure, little departments in the garden here. And I have my hardy aloes and I have just different, the poppies are in here now. They'll probably need to be pulled before I go this week because once the poppies are done, they're done and they look horrible. So you got to catch them before that phase. I don't want to come back to a horrible looking garden. So I'm going to pull the poppies this week before I leave. And you can see I've got blooms on my cactus and Oh, I've got one of my newest cacti is the monkey tail cactus that I got from Manny. And just lots of assorted things. My daffodils, my bulbs are done for the year. So you'll see the remnants of those as I walk along the garden. And walk you along here. This was the next section that I did. I had this crazy vision of this back wall of the logs and some purple fountain grass dotted in, and it's kind of worked out that way. I would like another purple fountain grass over there, but it's going to require pulling up that grass, which is Mexican feathergrass, which don't ever plant Mexican feathergrass because it is highly invasive. I'm pulling plugs all the time. I want to pull these. I have to cut it back all the time because if you can see the seed heads here, they drop and you're going to have millions and millions of the grass, and you don't want that, believe me. So I often have to cut these so that the seed heads aren't on them anymore. But I do want to pull these, and I love, me, I love purple fountain grass, but I'd like to find another grass that tolerates periods where we don't get any rain. So like the purple fountain grass thrives here, so it does really well. And you saw a video where I did prune the purple fountain grass and cut it back, and I was late this year in doing it, but it's looking great. It's coming back. It's really beautiful color. Let me walk you over here, and you can see along here the ones that I cut are coming back, and they've got that beautiful purple deep color, and it's beautiful. I love it. I love the purple fountain grass and the contrast, the dark contrast it has against the status, the purple status with the green. Really pretty. I love contrast in my garden. That's why with the aeoniums that I have, I choose to go for some with some darker color with the red. It's really striking. And we'll just walk up. I have some kale that was a self-seeder here that I just let grow, and it's gone to seed, which is fine. It's really pretty flowers. Love it. So I'm gonna let it do its thing, let it go to seed, let it drop its seeds. Oh, look at that. I mean, that's kale. That's a flower from kale, and I just think it's gorgeous. Maybe I'm nuts, but I love it. I have some nasturtium in here growing amidst the other salvias. And then I have of course, the artichokes growing along back here. I harvested my first artichoke, and it was super yummy. There was a short that I did on it, and it was, really good. It didn't have that funny taste, like that aftertaste that you get sometimes with artichokes. So I really enjoyed that. And so, I've got more. It's producing more. As you can see, there's even a little one right here. So that's good. And fortunately, I've got somebody coming to water for me. So, and they do like a lot of water. So that's one thing you have to realize, is that they're heavy feeders too. So let's take a look at the back. And here's Catherine's garden. It's a little unkept. I have to confess that I've got more than I can handle on my own right here. The calendula just need to be pruned. Look at this aeonium. Isn't she gorgeous? Isn't she beautiful? Now, this is what they call a death bloom, which means the center core of this particular aeonium will likely die. But Manny showed us how to take the dried seeds and spread them out on soil, and it will grow babies if we do this from the seeds. So I'm letting this dry up. I'm hoping it'll be perfect timing when I get back from Ireland, that I can lay the seeds on soil, keep them damp, and get some new aeoniums from this one. And so that'll be interesting to try that for the first time. I haven't propagated by seed with aeonium yet, so that will be my first time. Obviously you know that I propagate by stem cuttings with the aeoniums, cutting off just a rosette. You can just break them off. They're not picky, they're not fussy, and let the end callus up. And then after a couple days, you could stick this in the ground. I could do it right now and it would root, and aeoniums are super fun that way. So yeah, so Catherine's garden. We'll set it right here for now. And then these trees were a tradition. Me and my granddaughter Catherine planted these Christmas trees. They were Christmas tree containers and trees. And so I planted this one. There's one over there along the edge. And this one's doing great. The other one's doing okay too, but this one's really full. The first one that we planted I think the roots get gnawed by gophers, because I'll show you. Because it's got new growth on it. But it just looks spindly. And this is the oldest one. So theoretically, it should be up here by now. And it's not. So I think the gophers, yep, see, you can see dirt there piled up. Gophers get around in there. Aloe is the orange bloom. And they're getting ready to be done blooming. They're still looking pretty. So you can see they're still looking really pretty. But what is the good news, and let me try and find it, is that the hardy aloes are getting blooms. So see, these are the bloom heads for the hardy aloes, and these are going to be blooming. I'm hoping when I get back from my trip, they will be in bloom and I'll get to see them. Those are a nice yellow, and hummingbirds love those. They love all the aloe blooms. So if you are in an area where you can plant aloes, perfect to draw the hummingbirds in. And so yeah, you can see the spiral is doing good. I had to pull my poppies, my California poppies, because the gophers, it was just attracting them. It just seemed like it was attracting them. And so I just went ahead and I said, okay, nope. If that's attracting you, I'm taking you out. So I took the golden poppies out. I think there's a few left that I haven't gotten to. And I got a new umbrella for a new seating area here. And it's really huge. I don't want to put it up because we're supposed to get heavy winds. And I want to take care of that umbrella because it's really nice. It was a great bargain. I got it off of Amazon and it was less than $100, and it's huge. So if I can put it out when I get back from Ireland, I'll extend it out so you can see it. And I'll put a link in the description if I can find it for this particular umbrella, because it was worth its money. I thought it would be something really cheap and flimsy. But it wasn't. It's really nice and love it. So yeah, I'll show you that when I get that put up. So if I can get another video out this week, I would like to do one on just doing a simple succulent arrangement in a pot. So I might be doing another video this week. It'll be a short video, won't be long. And this is another one of my salvias. And I love this one with the pink. It's just hot pink and it's really pretty, especially mixed in with the Indian blanket flower, which is this right here. And then this is, what are you? That's a calendula. And then an aloe and sweet William. And my bulbs that are done. I have, let's see. I have a whole hodgepodge of things. I've talked about this before. I mix my succulents with my annuals and perennials in my garden, and it just works for me. I find that once the hot weather goes away and things start to die off as far as the annuals, then I have my aloes there, and I have some core players that are there in the garden that give height, like my purple fountain grass, my aloes, my lavender usually remains okay. And so it's not totally bare when the annuals are gone. So, and you know, the perennials also, you know, you have to cut them back. So it's nice. And then this is one of the stars of the garden right now. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. And that's a foxglove. And that one, I thought in a previous video even, I said lamb's ear, because that's what my plant app was telling me when I put the picture in. But lo and behold, isn't that beautiful? I love it. And I have another one back there too that I actually bought right here. And so I hope it seeds. I hope it self-seeds and I get more over the years. I do want to get more because I think they're absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful thing. So yeah, this is the spiral. And then we'll take a look at the raised beds. So got the raised beds in here, and it's again just a mixture of different bulbs and calendula, skew grass, which usually that does reseed. This one doesn't have any seed pods on it yet, but it will soon, I think. I have another one that does have seeds on it. So the geraniums aren't looking too bad for a change. I have some snapdragons here. And my hollyhocks, which I think my hollyhocks have rust, but they're getting ready to bloom, so I'm going to let them do their thing. We'll see how that goes. And then you can see I've braided up one of the daffodils, a couple of the daffodils that have done their thing, and I'll let them brown and then, you know, cut it all the way out. So more geraniums. So yeah, and then I have some daylilies and just stepping on violas. I have violas that came up everywhere, so I have to be careful everywhere I step. There they are. I have a dahlia right here, and I have another geranium. I wanted to show you this. I love this, is flax. And you see the blue there? I'll try and get a close-up video for you of that. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's just so dreamy. And it's like it floats, and it's just really pretty. So that's a really, really neat addition to the garden. So happy for that. My oldest lavender, and honestly, it's not looking great. Lavender starts to do that in the middle, sometimes gets woody, and that's what's going on here. So yeah, and then I have a little big mama here. And this, I have tried to grow clematis, I don't know how many times. And this one, it doesn't ever die, but it usually gets eaten up so bad, and no matter what I do, it gets eaten, and so nothing ever really happens, which is a bummer. This is more than it's ever grown, so fingers crossed. If anybody has any suggestions there for the clematis and what to put on it to keep the bugs from going, because I've tried just about everything. So. And here's Betty Blue in with some zinnias. I'll keep you up to date on how Betty Blue's doing, but that's her today. If you remember, I had to pull her out because she was laying flat on the ground after a windstorm. But I think it was gophers that got her. So fingers crossed. That is my experiment bucket. I have a decomposing pumpkin in that with soil. And so you never know. We'll see. Time will tell. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. A lot of you aren't subscribed that watch regularly, and I know it, so go ahead and hit that subscription button. Doesn't cost you a thing to subscribe to Garden Discovery. And I hope you guys get out there, garden your hearts out, enjoy the week, and many blessings to you. Bye-bye.